Hey guys, welcome aboard. Got the new setup all set up over here, which is I have a new desk and a new layout for my monitors and stuff. So I thought I'd do the first video here, just as a video. I'll probably do more streaming going forward, but I wanted to do a video and just see how everything came out. So as you can see, we're going to be in the Eclipse 550. We're going to take a hop over from Las Vegas here to Salt Lake City. So let's jump aboard, get her fired up, and get on our way. There, I had it paused. And I'm just making sure everything looks good on the webcam. All right, let's see here. Kind of an evening, well, I guess a late afternoon flight here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and let's go ahead and get all of our electrical systems on, get our nav lights on here. Alright, and before we actually start up, let's go ahead and close the door. We're going to refuel first, so let's go here, chocks, door close, wait. Our full fuel here, and check our sounds here. I'm going to turn that up for right now. That is the interior sounds. Go to autopilot. I'm going to crank this up over here, get some lighting on, and let's go ahead and punch in our flight plan, since we are going to be doing a arrival and departure. We'll see how that works out. Going into Salt Lake City, we'll probably just do, VFR. We'll kind of vector ourselves in over there. But getting out of here, we'll try to follow the actual procedure itself. So we are going to be leaving Las Vegas, and we are going to Salt Lake City. And let's go ahead and pick our departure. Take a look at my other screen here and see what I've got set up already. Alright, Stave 5 for departure, then we're going to MLF, and then Delta 5 for the arrival. Departing 26 right. And let's get our Stave 8 MLF. Do we have that? Yeah, we do. Super. And then going into Salt Lake City, we're going to do load arrival, and I think we're going to do an ILS to runway 17. Let's see what else we got there, because winds are generally going to be out of the south. That's what they're forecasted for. And Delta 5 is the arrival, MLF again. And none for that. Alright, let's take a quick look over here. Excuse my throat, my allergies are just killing me today. Oh my goodness. And I didn't take my allergy medication, which is even driving me a little bit more batty. Alright, let's see here. We want to go to map, plan. Alright, and zoom out here. Oh, I think we got to put flight plan. There we go. Alright, come on. Flight plan. There we go. Alright. That's better. Alright, so there's our departure. We'll skim through it. Depart, head on around north side of Phoenix. Head over to MLF, which is actually, there's an airport right there. It looks like a VOR. And this one's a little funky right here. Kind of have us going out on the arrival. Normally you get vectored over here a little bit in this area. So we're kind of going to vector ourselves and come in to land. Back down at the airport. Right there. Alright, that looks good. It's been a little while since I've done this. I'm going to take it off plan. And we'll leave our flight plan up. We'll leave it up there for right now. Alright, I think we're ready to get fired up. Everything else is on that I can tell here. Let's back out again. Let's fire up the engines. Already got the beacon and whatnot on. So we're going to be departing to the south. What are our winds like right here? They're actually kind of light and variable here, so we might... wonder if we could depart on one of the other runways here. Let's take a look at Las Vegas. So get the ATIS. Let's see, waypoint information, frequencies, ATIS.
McCarran INTL information Romeo. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 22, dew point -3. Altimeter 3013. Arriving runway 01 right, departing runway 01 left. Advise on initial contact you have Romeo.
There we go, just to get rid of that. We're not going to be talking to ATC today, so now we'll just stick with the plan, you know, just to not screw with it too much. So let's pull up, actually, you know what, instead of pulling it up that way, we've got our little pad here, which is nice, and go over to pull up our charts right on it inside of the sim. Las Vegas is one. Let's get our airport chart up. Wow, my frames are low. 24. Holy smokes. Hope that bumps up here a little bit. Just want to make sure we taxi in the right spot here. So there we are. We're going to actually. Let's see, what was our departure? I forgot 26 right. So that's all the way down here, but we might just do an intersection departure someplace over here. But we're still going to taxi over to Bravo, come down Bravo this way. Hold that down right here as I sip my coffee. Wow, that looks weird. And it's just green enough to a little bit funky with the green screen. All right, let's go get our taxi light on. Double check again. Oxygen is on. That's on. We're gonna get our trim set. And his trim is slow. No wonder it's slow. I'm like waiting for it to go up, and it's not. And right about there, laps for takeoff. All right, let's taxi on out of here. Should be a quick taxi out of here. Checking my controls. Sure if I could go into the area right there. We're on a tarmac. Lots of tarmac over here, apparently. Yeah, let me adjust the volume here just a little bit. There we go. Out here, Bravo. So we're going to turn there. stay on the taxiway. Alright, we're going to get our strobes on too, since we will be cutting across the runway right here. Double checking here, making sure I got the display up top looking right. Yep. Cool. All right. This thing sure does want a weather vane, even with just a 1 knot crosswind. See how far down we want to go here. I think we're going to go over here. Go to A6. It's 14,000 foot runway. We don't need that. We don't need any of that. This thing gets off the ground pretty quick. And we can get rid of this right now. Sorry about that little fast taxi there. Let's get our transponder on here. So we're actually just going to go VFR altitude and back. Well, we're coming up to our runway right here. We're going to be going up to 23,000 feet for this flight. 180. Zoom that up a little bit more. Let's continue our taxi. About 2,300 foot per minute climb there. Alright, so lights, camera, action, looking good. Flaps are set, trim tab is set. And we get our landing lights on. Just come all the way down here. Go ahead and put that back here. Get as much runway as we can here. It's large. Large taxiway onto here. Come all the way down here. Get on out of here, head on out to Salt Lake City. Slow it down, turn it around, and just going to bring the power up again. Alright, full power. It on ever so slightly. And there's 60, 70, 80, and let's rotate. Okay, positive brake gear coming up. Drop a little bit and start accelerating. Funky looking shadow there. Okay, flaps up. I'll dampen our can come on, and pilot on, and we're going to hit nav. Get out of that shadow. This cockpit get a little brighter here. Alright, landing light can come off. What we're going to do, the airspeed increase here a little bit. VSI right now. And we'll switch over to indicated airspeed here. I just want to kind of get it up to 180. Ourselves get this climb out. And we're going to change the volume here a little bit. Interior, just get rid of all that wind noise. And then reduce the overall noise here a little bit. Another reason I wanted to do this as a video, so hopefully the sound levels are good, because with the new setup I just want to make sure I've got them. I got them set right. Okay, so we're nosing up here because we were at 190 and I went ahead and went indicated airspeed hold. So it's pitching us up. We're getting a good rate of climb up to 23,000. We're on our flight plan here. And taxi lights can come off. And that's just coffee. Bring my power back just a little bit. You can see we've got N1 and 101. Just want to get that to 100. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's see if we can get some tunes going here. Strip. Speaking of Las Vegas, that's my shirt. Las Vegas. That wasn't planned, actually. I just happened to have this shirt on. I was actually going to do a flight from San Diego or something like that, but then I thought, yeah, I keep doing those San Diego to Phoenix runs, and I want to do a little bit of a longer run out to Salt Lake City, since I have the Salt Lake City airport scenery. Alright, 12,000 feet coming up here. We're going to start speeding up. So as soon as we come out of this turn, we're going to crank up our speed to 250-ish. Go. Zoom out on our flight plan here. Checking our lights, making sure our pressurization is looking good here, oxygen. Let's see what I got set up for views. Got the center view here, got the rear seat view. I like doing, I don't know if I care about the rear seat view, it's kind of neat. Flashlight off and the flashlight on. This is what it would look like if you were sitting in a seat. Yeah, I'm dizzy. So, it looks like we've got, well, what, 313 nautical miles to go. Let's see if that's the correct thing on here. ETA, the distance someplace. Yep, what's your speed? Get a good view of Lake Mead here. Sorry, babbling with my mic off. I was just saying that we kind of scooted around the airport, departed here, came around the strip, and I was looking for the Nellis Air Force Base. I think we're going right over the top of it. Yep. Here. Let's pop outside here. This may be a little loud. And I think it's some good scenery for Nellis. A lot of ramp space on here, but not a lot of details and stuff currently. So if you're not familiar with the Eclipse 550, an X-plane is payware. Very nice airplane that very easy to fly. It seems like there's a lot of stuff here. The autopilot, very easy. The flight planning, as you saw, was pretty straightforward, right? Highly recommend you pick it up if you enjoy GA airplanes. I bought this one because I was looking to do sort of longer flights, you know, airline length, you know, hour to 2 hour flights, and actually get someplace without having a GA limitations where, you know, you're pretty much flying from, you know, just like 100 miles or so like that, or even less. Wanted to go reach out a little bit farther, and that's why I picked this up. I was thinking of getting the Cessna Citation, but I got this one instead because I like the avionics package and its simplicity. Look at that, it looks fantastic. I love that right there. Nice ortho here throughout the area. Checking my green screen, making sure it's looking right. I see a spot up here, right there. I'm not sure if that's part of the green screen or what, but it's not too big, so. Again, talking with my mic off. So the one thing I kind of don't like about the plane, and not that it's a big deal, but is the lighting. So with daytime lighting, you just got a dimmer here that works on the screens, and you don't have any lighting effect inside of the cockpit. Other than you get a little dome light that doesn't do much of anything here. And if we take a look at it, I think there was some place you can put. I think that's it right there. And not that one. Do that. Wheel well, cabin overhead. You can see it doesn't do much for the lighting inside the cockpit. Now, if you go to night lighting, it does turn on the backlight to like the instrument panel. See how that kind of lightened this up, lightened up the buttons here, but then it darkens the overall display. That's the brightest I can get it. So we got to kind of stick with that until we get some sunlight in here. See, when we get some sunlight in here, it looks nice. And coming up, what do we got? 2,000 feet to go, inching up there. But this plane is a little bit underpowered, which is fine. It does well in the 20s, 20,000 to 30,000 feet. The higher up you go, I think the service ceiling on it is like kind of high. I don't recall offhand, but to get up to the service ceiling, which I think was like 30 something, maybe 30, 34 or something, takes a long way, as you can see. Long time. We're kind of inching our way up here, just trying to hold 260 knots. And we're only going up to 23,000, and I think that's where this airplane does the best. Best fuel economy. So again, like another 2,200 feet to go. Let's check out some of that nice scenery. So I want to make sure we don't overspeed here. Now we got to put on our auto throttle. And in order to get the auto throttle, it really just works kind of in cruise and descent. It's not a doesn't work that great in the climb. Let's put it that way. Checking my volumes here. I like to have a little bit of volume, you know. But that's what this video is about, just kind of checking the volumes here, seeing how things are. Doing the best looking at my meter here, that's what I keep looking over. I'm looking at the sound meters on OBS. Alright, 23,000 or 22,200. I'm going to go ahead and put auto throttle on here. We'll let that capture that, and we are going to 270 on the airspeed here. And we're going to make sure we keep our climb in, so I'm going to just put this down at 500 and we'll go to vertical speed. so we get that last 500 feet. We are on our way to MLF here. Right, and this is pretty much set up. Zoomed out all the way. But we're pretty much configured for cruise now. Got the airspeed set. So we get a little bit of a wind shift here. We got a little bit of a headwind here, unfortunately, 21 knots. So might slow us down a bit, but we'll just look at the scenery. I should have ortho pretty much throughout this entire route, but we'll find out. I know I tried to get all the ortho in for this route in the past. I don't remember if I've got it all, but we'll find out. I'm just waiting for that altitude to turn green here. Go. We're holding our altitude. I'm going to keep an eye on our airspeed. I want to see what it looks like at 270. This airplane tends to, if you overspeed it at altitude, it tends to porpoise, or I'm sorry, not at altitude, on autopilot. It tends to porpoise up and down like that. And I think 270, I think we're safe. So. Double checking our, let's see if I can click this out, there we go. Just double checking our fuel, you can see, looking good, and our fuel rate here should, what's that, fuel gallons per hour, yeah, see, that's pretty good. So we got plenty of fuel for the trip. See if I can clean this up a little bit. Screen. Kind of like having both of them on there, but a lot of different options here. Layout. That just kind of swaps it. I think I'm just going to go simple. I'm going to go like that. Pop that one out. I'm going to get rid of the flight plan here. Zoom that all the way out. Okay, TCAS is on. Weather is on. Not that we need it. With that. Plan. There we go. Oh, we don't need plan. Menu. Okay, so we got TCAS, weather, keep weather on. Infos. Let's see what we've got. Ground speed and altitude. Yep, keep it on. What's that one do? Losing here. Distance to waypoint, and then bearing to waypoint. I don't know if I want to keep that on. ETA, final ETA, and estimated time en route. Estimated time of arrival. I don't need that. Estimated time of arrival. We've got 50 minutes here. I like that. Items, airports, VORs, NDBs. We put all our fixes on here, but we don't need all that. I usually like to have at least the airports on. Since we're not doing VORs, I'm going to get rid of them. Declutter this thing a little bit. Oh yeah, we said speed and altitude. That looks good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that. Gallons, pounds. Oh, looking good. That's it. I like it. It's got everything that I want to see. I'm gonna go refill my coffee here a little bit, but let's find a nice view outside. That's nice. Alright guys, I will be right back.
Alright guys, I'm back. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, 44 minutes to go. Now, we're going to have to figure out our descent, where to actually descend. And let's take a look. Bring this back up.
Alright, so we can get rid of Vegas. And let's pull up Salt Lake City. Pull up our arrival, and it was the Delta 5. Now remember, we're gonna kind of wing it here. We're not gonna do. I mean, that's the Delta 5 from there, and then you get vectored. But we're gonna probably just follow this along. It's using it for altitude reference, really, and then we'll go. We'll do our own vectors coming around. Weather is looking good. Let's see how that looks. So where are we? We're way off the chart here. Right there. There we are. But we want to be at, I'm going to expect 17,000 here. Then 14, 13, 12. We're going down to 11,000 here. Let's take a look at the field elevation is 4,227. Did we get any weather over here? Nope. Let's punch in our ATIS 124.75. Bring that up 124.75. 75. Enter. Let's transfer that to the active. So we'll hear that once it starts coming up. Once we're close enough. Alright, we are at 23,000, so plenty of time to descend. This thing descends fairly nicely. And this part's not to scale. So, Jamal, or Jam, call it Jam. I don't know why I said Jamal. At Jam, 17,000, so we'll just, we'll remember that. And our arrival, we're going to put in, not arrival, sorry, approach. What was it? ILS 17. LS 17 here. Cat 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, sorry. Alright, and that is where we're going to be arriving. So that is 111.5. Let's move this out of the way. We're going to set that 111.5. Transfer. Put that in now. And then we want our so I'll see how that looks on the screen. That's our FPS back up to normal there. So we want our airport diagram last. Gotta do it in order here. So, you know, we got the arrival, the approach, and the airport diagram. And so we're going to be coming in here. Let's see where we're going to be parking. Yeah, we're coming in runway 17. We get the National Guard and GA section over here. So probably come in, land. We'll try to take the Kilo 5 to Kilo. And then we got heliport here. We'll see. We'll find some place to park over here. For now, just keep an eye on where we are here. Good enough. I think if you just click on the seat, it puts your iPad back. Let's take a look at some of this scenery. Make sure I've got ortho all around here. not quite sure what resolution I have for the actual scenery. I think some of it is like 16, some of it may be a little bit lower. It might be like 14 in certain spots. I try to do at least 16. But some different areas where I know I'm never going to be flying GA, you know, kind of down low, I've done in 14. We got 177 miles to go. We're doing good on our airspeed, no fluctuations there. No porpoising. And I don't see any missing ortho anywhere so far. Look at that, I'm going to change this view because I just don't care for it. What I want to do is kind of go up here, do sort of an angle down view. Camera. Alright, so what was called the passenger view, I'm going to now call it, I'm just going to call it jump seat. Well, that's not jump seat, it's whatever, back seat. Just do back seat. Hopefully spelled that right. It's kind of hard to tell on my monitor, so you see me, squinting. And we're going to go ahead and save it. Perfect. Alright, there we go. So that's our jump seat. And that. Those are kind of the two different views that I like to use when I'm flying some of the airliners. Get kind of over the top of the heads of the captain's chair. And you get a good view of the outside also. And then at the under wing or under engine view here, landing gear view. Nothing there. Okay, cool. I got an extra view there that I don't use, at least in this airplane. Now let's take a look at where we are at here. Alright, so we said what, 17,000 at jam. That's what it was. Let's bring this back up. Zoom in here a bit. Yeah, 17,000 at jam. Got a little ways to go. I mean, 60 miles. Here, and that is what's the range ring here? 60, it's like 120 miles, so about 100 miles to jam. Should start making our turn here shortly. Time to kick back a little bit, have some coffee. Yeah, so this is all ortho still. Let's watch that turn. You can see some of the ortho anomalies here. That looks like contrails right here, and then that looks like shadows from contrails. It's 33 minutes left until we get there. We're going to keep our speed up as much as we can. 147 miles to go. And we can set our 17,000 altitude. Alright, and then when we start our descent, we should be able to see our range ring. We'll just adjust until we are going to be at 17,000 here at Jam. Trying to make sure these are all the same. Position them so I can get them both up at the same time. Not really good when you're looking out. Of course, you got my big fat head in the way here. Gotta move that over like that. It's a little better. It's so dark in the cockpit here, and then, unfortunately, in order to have the light here, that you can see kind of illuminates my my green screen in the background too. That's a little hard for me to see. If I've got if I left the landing lights on or something like that. Work out these little kinks here. Volume's way down here. Let's see. As the music settles here, I just want to check the volume levels here. Alright, 29 minutes here. We're going to start our descent. Let's see, that's 60. And we only got to go down a couple of thousand feet here, like 6,000 feet. So we'll start our descent someplace out here next to DTA. Yeah, I do leave my strobe lights on. Because I was watching Captain Canada one not that long ago, and he mentioned something about the strobe lights. You know how everybody, at least it was almost like, okay, you reached altitude, you turn your strobe lights off. I always thought that was weird. Simply because in private flying, we always just leave the strobe lights on, you know, the whole time. I don't know, airlines may turn them off, but I think they really only turn them off if they're flying through some clouds at night and it's sort of distracting. otherwise, I look up in the sky, I see airliners flying overhead, and they're, I see the strobe lights. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What's the official ruling there? Looks like it's some clouds here. Gonna start popping in. Yeah, there we go. We got some clouds down below us. Now I know my scenery and my ortho is not the greatest right around Salt Lake City. I actually gotta apologize ahead of time. There is ortho, but it is sort of low resolution, I believe, 14. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. But like I said, I just wanted to do this flight just because of the new setup here, new desk and everything. So I will pop out one more time, and I'll be back for the descent here in just a minute. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, let me pop my webcam back on. There we go. Pop back inside here. Looks like we are... Alright, coming up to Jamal next, so let's start our descent now. Just double check my volume here. Turn the music down just a little bit, turn this up a little bit. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's start this descent here. We're going to go down. Let's just start it out at 1,200 feet minus Mentor. Vertical speed. We're going to bring our airspeed back just a little bit here, even though it's going to start climbing up here. And hopefully we don't hit that, that little spot where it starts to porpoise on us. Some scattered clouds here. Still getting 34, 35 on the frames here, and I actually have the adjuster here kind of turned off, so do max quality. Yeah, see, that kind of changes. I don't like that. We should keep this off until it really drops below, you know, like heading towards like 20 or something. Then I'll turn that on. Otherwise, I want to get the max quality. So far, ortho at least here is looking okay. Let's take a look at yeah, there we go, 17,000. So we want the line, this little descent line, to be right at Jamal. We're going to adjust this. We can actually go down a little bit slower. Let's go to 1,000 feet per minute. And you can see the line sort of inching out. More little anomalies on the Salt Lake City ortho here. You got cloud cover that got picked up in the satellite pictures. I think it's just on this south side right here. No, a little bit over here on these mountains too. Getting to the end of my coffee here. I think I gotta adjust my green screen right here a little bit. The light is fading. It's what is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Southern California, and it's getting a little bit darker there. It's kind of weird. I think I gotta get a proper lighting for the actual green screen there. I gotta adjust my camera. I don't like having my big fat head right here. I don't know if you guys do, but being that I'm a little bit older, my eyesight isn't the greatest here, and I gotta kind of be about this distance from the monitor to be able to read everything. Yeah, see, this looks like I'm missing a square right here, dead ahead. Yeah, you can see the ortho is missing right here on the north side here, but we did say that we were going to be, because there's the airport right there. And we're going to go and do vector ourselves a little bit. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing here shortly. Not sure why I'm missing this one ortho. I would have had that. You know, because normally if you're coming in from the, and you're landing, you know, coming in from the south, you actually come right over here. And then the I can't talk today. The departures coming out over the lake, right? And then they come around this way. Kind of come around the lake and come out towards this way, if I recall correctly. So what I'm going to do here is, yeah, we're going to sort of vector ourselves, although we're still coming up. Where's the airport here? Let's take a closer look at this. So here's Salt Lake City. Yes, we're going to come up here. Salt Lake City is a little bit farther. I guess down that way it would look like. Yes, I was wrong. Sorry. Salt Lake City is not right here. It's down that way. Yeah, it's down over here. That's where it is. Because, yeah, that's why I don't have this square for some reason. I think because normally I would fly through the south side here. And I never did this square up ortho, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, we're just going to stay on this course right here. And we'll see if I'm correct. I think that's where the airport is.
Salt Lake City INTL
Here we go.
Information Tango. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 20,000 broken. Temperature 13. Dew point -1. Altimeter 3029. Arriving runways
3029, and we never reset our altimeter anyway.
32. Departing runways 34 right, 34 left, 35, 32. And
Alright, good enough. You know, there's Salt Lake. There's the lake. What is that? I'm so confused with this little lake thing here. Let's actually pull up a map. How's that? That'll help us. We'll let that load in here. Zoom out a little bit. Come on, there we go. No, that's Utah Lake. That's why I was a little confused. So, not sure why I'm missing a square here. Yeah, there's the Great Salt Lake. Sorry, totally screwed up. So yeah, so this lake here is not the airport. You know, it kind of looks like it from a distance. That's why we have this. Yeah, see, I should have ortho right here, because this is on the just the other side. Salt Lake City's out here, the airport. So gotta fix this. Gotta fix this goofy ortho right here that is missing. That makes more sense. At least now I know where the heck I am. Alright, and I think we're going to be going down to, oh, let's pull it up on here. Yeah, there we go. So we are heading down to 14, 13, 12. We'll go down to 11,000 right here, and then we'll scoot around ourselves. So let's keep going down to 11,000 feet. Reset that. Go to vertical speed. You can see my line of ortho right here. Everything in front is missing. I will have to go do that right after this video. I think I'm going to run that. I'm going to run ortho here. Let me see if you can see that. There we go. ASU. Or Arizona State, I guess. They dropped the U. Alright, and then, yeah, once we get a beam at the airport here, we'll kill the autopilot. See if we can see it. I see the airport here somewhere. There it is. Right there. So we will be landing on this runway here. Looks crappy zoomed in like that now, don't it? But I promise it will look better once we get closer. We'll be landing over here and we'll be parking someplace out here. And then I'm going to go fix my missing ortho right here. You know what I think it is? I think it was kind of screwed up and I was in the process of fixing it and I never did. And what are we going down to? 11. We're actually going to keep on going down since we're amending our flight plan here. Field elevation was like 4,500 or something, right? 4,200. So we're going to go to 6,300. This goes 2,000 feet AGL. And that's about where I want to be too. We'll be slowing down here too in a minute. That turn to get parallel. We got 13 miles to go, and actually, I wonder if that's takes into account the whole flight plan, or if it's just to the airport. So, like, it's 13 miles to the airport, because the flight plan would actually take us all the way out here over the lake and then back down. It seems like more than 13 miles. And once we finish this turn, we'll go ahead and come off of nav and go over to heading, so we can maneuver ourselves here, vector ourselves for approach. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go to heading hold. Get my coffee cup out of the way. And we're gonna start slowing ourselves down here. We're at 10,000 feet. Slow down to 250. And what we're gonna do is come parallel to the runway here, or parallel to the airport, and then we'll make a right turn, kind of making a big right traffic for the airport. At least the airport is on ortho, as the line goes just to the west. Is what's missing. You know, shadow. What's going on here? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got to turn up that interior sounds here. Otherwise, you won't hear the altitude callouts. All right, there we go. We're gonna start kind of edging in. We're not gonna go all the way out across the lake. Just kind of come over the, I guess, the south side here. Vector ourselves around here. Don't crash on me. And we're gonna get slowed down to 205 here. This plane does like to slow down very quickly, so got a good rate of descent down here. And then we're going to take over from the autopilot here in just a second. We're on a 6,300. And we are just about there, so auto throttle off. And we're going to take the autopilot off. Flight director off. Alright, the airplane is mine. Let's throttle back. Play around with my volumes here again. Alright, getting slowed up here, and where is our little airport? There we go. We sort of didn't turn into it. Too much playing around with the volumes there. But we'll go gear down, flaps, first notch. Flaps full. Landing light on. And see, now we got a 2-knot or 1-knot tailwind, so we could actually come in from the other side there. Alright, there's 100 knots, or 110 knots. Bring a little power up, just a little bit high. Approach lights are starting to come in. Be strange how I don't have ortho on this little area. We'll fix that for the next flight. Alright, gear down, 3 green, flaps are set. We are at our approach speed. I'll hold it about 100. Landing lights are on. And winds are actually calm. So we're actually going to kind of land long, I think. Kill the music. I said I want to land long here a little bit, this plane. It's not fun to taxi. Gotta keep a lot of power into it. Alright, there we go. We are on the ground. Let's go ahead and brake. Get our flaps up. Alright guys, welcome to Salt Lake City. You know, I don't see anything interesting to go park next to over here. Unless, did we land on the wrong runway? I think we did. Oops. We were going to land on the runway over there and park, yeah, because there's the GA area over there. Oh, oopsie. Oh well, you know what? Anyway, being that this is a test flight for the new streaming setup here, I'm just going to pull off over here. We'll go over to park over here somewhere and call it a day. So guys, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more X-Plane 11 content here. I will be doing some more streaming. Landing light off. I appreciate you sticking around here and at least checking out the video. I think we're just going to park it right dead ahead here. Special delivery. Yeah, we'll just pull it right around here to Bravo 5. This guy doesn't get out of our way. Come on. Don't want to do that. There we go, guys. Well, welcome to Salt Lake City again. Beacon off. Go ahead and shut her down. Get the door opened up here. We can get all the sounds up again. Get everything turned off. Alright. Super, thanks for watching again. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, I appreciate it. And I promise I will have some more videos for you and some more streaming. Until next time, guys, take care.